What does living a good life mean to you?
I don't know. I guess that depends on the person to a certain extent. What it means to me, I suppose, is just being there for the people that I care about and care about me. I guess that would be living a good life and not chasing greed, I guess, and not just like getting more just because that's what people tell you you should be aiming for. Sometimes it's okay to just have enough.
How did you kind of come to realize that?
I don't know. I went to film school. I enjoyed going to film school and all that stuff. And then for my semester abroad, I went to LA, where I interned with a company within Paramount. And it was just one of those situations where I was doing a lot of unpaid work that was told that you're going to achieve something with this unpaid work later on. And then you just realize, man, I'm very burnt out and unhappy. And if that's what it takes to get to the point where, you know, you're going to be at the top of this level that you want to be at, it kind of makes you think like, do I want to be at the top level, or do I want to actually do things that I care about and matter to me? And it became pretty evident that to do the things I enjoy and to make the stuff I enjoy, that just doing what everyone else is doing is not always the right call, because a lot of people are just kind of chasing the top space. Sometimes it's just about being in the game long enough that you can play. Sometimes a bit more about that, I guess.
What's something on your bucket list?
Oh, something on my bucket list. I used to say, I mean, I had a life goal, but then I realized like, that's not really a bucket list thing. I used to describe my life goal as a bucket list thing. I haven't made a feature. I'd like to do that. That's probably like the bucket list thing, if I'd have to say one thing. But I got time. It's not that big a deal.
Do you mind if I ask what the life goal was?
Oh, the life goal was to get a movie at some point in my life into the Cannes Film Festival. That's like the big life goal. But, you know, if I didn't achieve that, I wouldn't think my life would be a waste. It's pretty weird when people say, like, you wasted your life. That's a really bizarre thing. I try to be mindful and just be in the moment.
Well, for me, everything revolves around the community, right? So I want a community-oriented life, right? So where everybody come together and solve and tackle community issues. So that's what it means to me.
Where are you finding community?
Well, most likely in school, with all of the student clubs, you know, and working with other students, you know, to tackle the issues that we are facing in school.
What does it mean to you to live a good life?
I think to be happy, I don't know, and satisfied. That's not super deep, but I think that's the basis of it. Because you can't take it with you, right? You know? Yeah, I guess.
What would make you happy and satisfied?
That's a big question. I would say like achieving your goals, but then I feel like once you achieve your goals, you get more goals. So maybe achieving your goals to a certain point. Yeah.
Any like goal that you've had recently that you're working towards?
Recently, this is like kind of lame, but I got let go from my job that I really enjoyed, which it wasn't my fault, it was my project got canceled. And I'm an artist, and so my goal is to redevelop my portfolio so I can take a step up. So I'm enjoying my time off, just working on my personal work and stuff. So that's, I guess, my current goal is to just step up my portfolio and become a better artist and person in general. Yeah.
To me, I think living a good life means just enjoying what you're doing, being happy, and also making people around you happy. I think that's the most important thing.
What makes you happy?
Being with my family makes me happy, being with my dog, also trying new experiences, travel, good food. I think that's really all I need. Maybe a good book too.
What's something on your bucket list?
Something on my list would probably be to learn more languages. I'd like to become fluent in a couple, so I'm working on it.
What does living a good life mean to you?
I think definitely surrounding yourself with people that you like spending time with, whether it's like family and friends, but also exploring new things, because I feel like there's always something to do.
When was the last time you explored something new?
I mean, this wasn't the biggest thing, but I tried a new restaurant with a few friends, which is nice. Also, like, I've recently been getting back into running, which isn't necessarily a new thing, but trying something I haven't done in a while.
To live a good life means to constantly be working towards self-growth and improvement. I think the goal is self-realization, feeling actualized, getting to a point where you look around you and you feel content in who you are and what you did.
How have you been working on self-growth recently?
I have been trying to be kinder to myself. That's a big one, because I feel like when you're harsh on yourself, you tend to be harsh to everyone else. So if you're judgmental to yourself, you're going to be super judgmental to the people around you, and vice versa. And just giving myself grace and compassion and the room to grow. But also being honest with myself. So constantly reflecting, well, not, constantly, but like after an event, like reflecting on it, trying to see what I learned from it. Talking to people that are much smarter and more accomplished or are where I want to be has helped a lot. And those are the people that will always tell you to be kind and compassionate to yourself. And I feel like by doing that, I've allowed myself to relax, to accept myself for where I am, but also still leaving room for like where I want to be. And I feel like my interactions with people have gotten a lot better by being kind, because when you're kind to yourself, you're kind to the world around you as well. And therapy. Therapy. Therapy is helpful.
What's something on your bucket list?
I have a lot. Personally, I want to learn how to surf. I think surfers are so cool. I literally started taking swimming classes this summer, like beginner swimming classes, with the intention, the long-term goal of surfing. So I don't know. I just think it's so cool, and I just want to fulfill my inner childish goal of, living my little surfer beach girl dreams. That's what I want.
To spend time with people I care about and be safe and have enough food.
Probably just get like fulfillment. You gotta, I think, do what you want to do. Probably travel a little bit, have a good family life.
And that would bring you fulfillment?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, see some stuff, have a good family.
What's something on your bucket list?
I already did one. I went shark cage diving. That was one.
Just living a life that's a good example, and one that kind of follows the Bible or Jesus' example and kind of leaves it better than it was before.
In terms of like living a good life, what it means to me is definitely living a life like full of purpose, and like making sure that like the goals that you have set for yourself, like you accomplish them. And also I feel like a lot of it is like giving back. At least for me, when it comes to purpose, I think about like giving back and like making a difference in the world, either like through your career or like through volunteering or like different things like that. And also just like spending time with like loved ones too, and like people that you like pour into but also like pour into you. So whether it's like family, friends, or just like people you meet, like I would say like that's a really good way to live life.
What does it mean to you to live a good life?
I think it means that you not only find peace and love for yourself, but you spread it, even if you aren't feeling peace and love, you know, I think it's hard to find, and I think it is something that takes time, so I try not to judge people who act negatively, but I do think that finding peace within yourself and spreading it to other people is the best life you can live, no matter what.
What has brought you peace and love recently?
Probably sitting in parks like this and reconnecting with nature. I play music, and so I connect a lot with music, and I find myself self-reflecting and being able to focus on one thing, whether that's music or in the park playing solitaire or just listening to music, anything. It's like, that's really been helpful.
To be happy, have family around, and get to travel. That's what it is.
What makes you happy?
To do things which I like, keep my wife and family happy. That's what makes me happy. So basically I find my happiness in my others' happiness.
Live a good life. Well, I try to live a simple life. I used to have a whole family. I have 2 adopted children, and that was great. But that's like the middle part of my life, I guess. So now that I'm significantly older, I think just being again aware of situations around you and trying to help people. That would be my contribution, I think.